Okay, here we are in our new chapter. Chapter what? 11. It's the actual last chapter in the book, although we skipped a couple chapters, so we may have to go back when we finish this one. Anyway, chapter 11, we're learning about geometrical shapes right now, three-dimensional shapes, which are like blocks. They have three dimensions to them. They got a length, a width, and a height. Okay? So I want you to get to page 708, and we're going to look at some of these three-dimensional shapes, regular shapes. Okay, everything in the world has a shape to it, but they're usually very strange shapes. Like look at the shape of I don't know, I'll find something strange. The shape of this bag. It's all kinds of weird shaped, right? But there are some regular shapes of things that have a certain amount of sides to them. Okay, so we're going to be looking at some of those regular shapes. And I've got a bucket of blocks we're going to be looking at here. Geometric wooden forms. You can see pictures of all these different shaped blocks. We're going to be talking about some of those. Okay, everybody there on page 708. If you're not there, pause so we may begin. Here we go at the top. What are we going to do here? We're going to do some problem solving. Make connections. Reba, I used to call my cousin Rebecca Reba. She didn't like that. Reba traced around the bottom of each block. Match each block with the shape Reba drew. Okay, I need a piece of paper. Maybe I can get a white piece of paper here somewhere, folks. Huh? Somewhere there must be a white piece of paper. Well, here's a white piece of paper. Okay, now we want to trace around the bottom of this shape. What kind of shape is that? It looks like a block. It's actually have a special name. It's called, well, no, this is not a good example. It's called a rectangular prism. Okay, I can use this one. A rectangular prism. I'm going to hold it this way, and I'm going to draw around the bottom. It says trace the bottom of each block. So I'm going to put it like this, and I'm going to trace the bottom face. And look at that bottom face. That's a two-dimensional shape. It's on the paper. This is called a two-dimensional shape. And what shape is that? A rectangle. So the shape of the base here is a rectangle. What does it match to? There it is. Now this one's interesting because I use this block, but if I had held the block this way, can you guess what's going to happen this time? It's not going to have a rectangular face. It's going to have a square face, right? Then we would have matched up over here, but we don't want to match there because we're doing this side. And we'll talk a little bit more about this in a second. How about this shape, a cylinder? So I'm going to look for a cylinder in my thing of blocks. Here, is this a cylinder here? I think so, right? See my cylinder? Okay, now let's try the bottom. The bottom of the cylinder. I'm going to put it like this. I'm going to hold it like this. I'm going to trace around the bottom. Sometimes it's hard to trace without. What shape did it come out? A circle. A cylinder has a circle base and a circle top. That's a cylinder. When we hold the cylinder up like this, it's got a circular base and a circular top. Okay? And the last one, what shape is that? A cube. Here's a cube block. This is called a cube. And if I put this one down, you can guess, what is the base going to be? A square. A cube has a square for a base. So we're going to go like this to the square. Now let's go back to this one again. I want to show you something. That one that I did, we said it had a rectangular base, but if I held it this way, it has a square base. Okay, a rectangular prism, this is called a rectangular prism, and a cube both have 6 sides. If you think of a dado as a cube, it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, let's do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 numbers to a dado, right? Because there's 6 sides. The thing about a cube is every side, all 6 are squares. Now this is a rectangular prism. It's got 2 squares, but the rest are rectangles. So we call it a rectangular prism. A rectangular prism can have 2 squares. It could even have 4 squares, I think. Could it have 4 squares? No, I don't think it can have 4. It can only have 2 squares or no squares. I don't think you could make 4 squares. No, you can't do 4 squares. You can only do 2 squares or no squares in a rectangular prism. This one here, this box of M&Ms, when it was closed, it was a rectangular prism with no squares. Look, not square, not square, not square, not square, not square, not square. All rectangles. Most rectangular prisms are all rectangles. But you can make one that has 2 squares on it. But it's still a rectangular prism. Going down, match the shapes. This is a cube. What real life thing has the shape of a cube? What can you find in the real world that has the shape of a cube? This one? No. How about this dado? Yes, a dado is a cube. What shape is this? In the real world, you can find a ice cream cone, a cone. En español dice cono. Dicen cubo y cono. Un cono has 1 circular base and 1 point, and the rest is curved. Whereas a cylinder has 2 circular bases. That makes it a cylinder. This can is a cylinder. Cans are usually cylinders, aren't they? They're cylinders. Well, what's good about a cylinder? Well, the thing that holds the most volume, if you want to hold food or something, is a sphere. But we don't buy food in spheres. Do you know why? Because they would be hard to open, and you can't stack them on top of each other. A can, you can stack one on top of another. They stack well. So we have our food in cylinders. Cylinders are a good shape for storing food. Cylinders and jars, right? Cans and jars. This is a sphere. It's not a good shape for stacking. It's all round. So it would roll. It's a good shape for rolling, but not stacking. Oh my God, there's a big mouse. A big mouse just crawled across the floor. It came out while I'm making a film here. I said, what's that moving? There it goes. Let me see if you guys can see it. Oh, it ran away again. Hold on, let me see if I can see it. Okay, watch over there, guys. Will you guys see that on the floor? Hold on. Let me see if it comes out again. Where'd it go? I think it's behind the box there. We'll keep watching for a second to see if it comes out. Let me know if you see it. Ran out for a second. I don't think it's out there. I think it ran back again when I went to turn the camera. I gotta sit kind of still. Didn't seem to bother him that I was talking, huh? There was a mouse there, a big mouse. Came right out from under the heater by that box over there. Walked across the floor. It's not coming out again. I thought he came out looking for food that Esteban left by his desk, or Noe, or Kevin Cuevas. That's where they sit. By the mouse. The mouse that roared. Okay, well, I'm waiting. I'm going to go over to the other page here. Let me go over to the other side. I don't want to keep waiting here. Let me see if I can see him behind the box. I don't see him, man. I don't think he's coming out. Okay, we'll go back to my movie. There we go. Back here. If I see him, I'll try to get over there again. Maybe he's camera shy. Doesn't want to be filmed. Circle the object that matches the shape name. See if you can read that word and circle the right one. Do that by yourself. Just do number 1, and then we'll check. Now, you look at this word, it's got a U and an E. Those are the vowels. That's a magic E. So it makes the U say its name. It's a long U. It's going U. So this word is cube. If we took off the E, it would be cub, like we read about the Cubs, right? But this is the word cube. The U goes U, and cube would be this one. Did you get the cube? A block is a cube shape. How about this word? Try this one. This one also has a magic E. Do this one by yourself. So this time, it's going to go what? Oh, I see 2 of them. Did you find 2 on this one? 2 of them? That's one, and that's one, because it says cone, like an ice cream cone. But a party hat is like an ice cream cone also. Cone. Here's a long name. Can you read this one? Rectangular prism. A rectangular prism is a box shape, like this cereal box. Are these? No, these are more what? Spheres. This was like a cube. This was a cylinder and a sphere. We didn't want those. Try reading number 4 and see if you can do it without my help. Come on, mouse. Where are you? Oh, here he comes. I saw his tail. Let's look over there again. Hold on. Come on, mouse. Come out again. He was down by the heater. I don't know if you can see him from here. He's walking around the heater. Ooh, he's coming. There he goes. Did you see him? Did you see him go by? He's under the desk now. Let me see if I can. Oh, did you see him run? I don't know. He runs. He can. Mice are real good at seeing movement, so they could see me moving. If he sees me moving, he's gonna move. Okay, I'll leave it like that. He won't come out for a while now, probably. Okay, are you reading number 4? Okay, I'm gonna try reading it. Lisa draws a circle by tracing around the bottom of a block, which could be the shape of Lisa's block. Circle the name of the shape. She draws a circle by tracing around the bottom of a block, which could be the shape of Lisa's block. Circle the name. Could it be a cone? Oh, she drew a circle from the bottom of the block. Okay, so let's look at our blocks and tell me. The first one says, let me read this one, cube. So if I took a cube, that's not a cube. What did I do with my cube? Where's my blocks that I had? Oh, now I gotta look for my blocks. Here they are. Here's a cube, right? Yeah, oh, you can't see it. See the cube? If I traced around the face, could I make a circle with this? No, we don't want cube. How about a rectangular prism? Here's a rectangular prism. Could I make a circle with that? Do you see a circle on any of the faces? No. And the other thing says cone. Here's a cone. Could I make a circle with this? Could I make a circle with this? Yes. Cone is the right answer, because see how it has a circle base? Mira su base, su lado aquí es un círculo. Okay, the mouse hasn't returned. Try number 5. Describe one way that a cube and a cylinder are alike. Describe one way or they are different. A cube and a cylinder. How are they the same? A cube and a cylinder. How are they the same? I'll tell you one way they're same. You could put a cube and another cube on top. You can stack them. Stack them. How about cylinders? You can't stack them this way, but how if I put a cylinder this way? Could I put another cylinder on top? Yes. They're the same because you can stack them. And you can stack them because they have parallel sides, parallel flat sides. A flat side on the bottom and then a flat side on the top means you can put something on top of it. Same with this. It's got a flat bottom and a flat top, so you can stack them. How are they different? Well, look at this. Can you roll a cube? Can you roll a cube? No. Cubes don't roll too well. How about a cylinder? If you put a cylinder this way, can you roll it? Yes. We say that because it has a curved side. See how it's curved? Cubes don't have a curved side, so they don't roll well. Do they make wheels that look like cubes? No, they make wheels that look like cylinders, don't they? Cylinders roll. Cubes do not roll. They both stack, but they don't both roll. A cylinder can roll, a cube cannot. We're not going to write that. We're just going to talk about it, okay? So that's it for today. I was waiting for the mouse to come back out for you, but I don't see him, boys and girls. I don't see him one bit. So we're going to say goodbye to our book. You got everything done? Take a picture and send it to me of the both pages, okay? And then I'll see you tomorrow in class. Adios, amigo.